I am sitting here talking to Jon Stewart, and I'm trying to get it, trying to understand you, I'm trying to see whether or not you recognize that what I believe is true, that there's as much bias on the other side as you subscribe to Fox, and why you seem to go easy on that.
I think that there is probably a liberal bias that exists within the media that is because of the medium in which it exists. I think that the majority of people working in it probably hold liberal viewpoints, but I don't think that they are as relentlessly activist as the conservative movement that has risen up over the last 40 years.
There is a heavy dose of media bias in today's news in America. The major contributors of this politically generated news bias are the typically liberal and left-wing National Broadcasting Company, or NBC, as well as the right-wing conservatives on Fox News. This media bias problem has really been identified in the last decade, especially since the events of 9/11. Fox claims NBC is too liberal, and NBC claims Fox is too conservative. Honestly, both are completely right. According to former producer at Fox News, 55-year-old Charlie Reyna claims that Fox News is invariably conservative and biased in terms of their news agenda. He stated that the editorial note posted on Fox's computer system every morning frequently told the staff there how to slant the daily news that was consistent with Republican Bush administration at the time. Bill O'Reilly, the conservative host of the political commentary program The O'Reilly Factor on Fox, claims that the NBC News has gone sharply to the left. He claims that NBC has a Democratic agenda. According to the Washington Examiner, a free daily newspaper distributed in D.C., the majority of employees for NBC, ABC, and CBS, all stereotypically claimed Democratic networks, contributed more than $1 million to Democratic candidates and campaign committees in 2008. The Democratic total was given by 1,160 senior executives, producers, reporters, editors, and writers of these three major broadcast television networks. In comparison, only 193 of these employees contributed to the Republican candidates and committees, for a mere $142,000. That means about 87% of NBC, ABC, and CBS employees who donated gave their money to Democratic campaigns in 2008. On the other spectrum, it was learned that media baron Rupert Murdoch News Corporation contributed $1 million to the Republican Governors Association. The News Corporation owns Fox News as well as the Wall Street Journal.
Heavy stuff. A biased organization relentlessly promoting an ideological agenda under the rubric of being a news organization.
Rubric.
And, yeah, I actually think was slightly the wrong use of the word rubric.
Was it really?
A relentless, agenda-driven, 24-hour news opinion propaganda delivery system.
Yeah.
Where do you come up with this stuff?
It's actually quite easy when you feel it. You got to feel it in your soul, you know.
Well, here's the deal. Are you willing to say the same thing about the mainstream media, about ABC, CBS, NBC, Washington Post, New York Times? Would you say the same thing about them, that they are, in your words, a propaganda delivery system relentlessly pushing a liberal agenda?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Why not?
MSNBC is attempting that. I think they're attempting. They've looked at your business model, and they've seen the success of it. And I think they're attempting to be a more activist organization.